55% on this trade while we're driving and cruising in the rain. That's dangerous, but hey, we eating, guys, we eating. A single trade, we're up $62 on a single trade. We need this nice push to price target.
Trading on a 15-minute time frame has changed the game for me.
If you compare the most recent buyer volume to the most recent buyer volume, buying some AMD shorts here soon. Market is pulling back here pretty hard. Good morning, my fellow traders. It's Friday and welcome back to another day in the life video, another vlog. And let's show you guys the trades that we took last night because we're only down $2 on the futures account. So we tried to take some longs last night and I'll show you guys that trade idea that I took. Now we're finally at 619 subscribers, so I appreciate you guys as well. Let's have a good Friday. Time is currently 7:02 a.m. and let's see if we can catch some good trades this morning. You guys can see I'm down $3 with the fees, currently in a long right now since on the 30-minute time frame we're finally above all of these recent candles, up $17 on this specific trade. I missed SPY calls because I watched only the 15 minutes now, and I'll show you guys my trade ideas right here. So my trade idea for Friday was SPY calls with the 15-minute candle close above 572, and you guys can see we got a clear, perfect breakthrough. We push and P. There we go. Look at that push and P. We fucking go, guys. Let's go. On a single trade, we're up $62 on a single trade. We need this nice push to price target. Collected out our MNQ right here. We hit price target on TOS, which is this Fibonacci retracement level, and I do not want that to reverse on me. Even though my price target was way up here, I don't mind taking a nice $82 for the first trade, so we're up nicely on the MNQ. Thing did end up hitting price target just like a 1 to 2 cents away or whatever, maybe $1 or $2. We recovered from yesterday's loss. We took a loss of $83 and now we're up $82 today, so it puts us on the week of $101. So we're up on this month so far just $82 since that's the gain today. But overall on our total P&L, we're at $422 on this specific account. This was the first trade that I took early in the morning, last night I should say. And the reason why I took it was kind of a similar setup. We get a nice break to the upside above all of these recent candles, but it just didn't continue on. This time we get a nice break above all these recent candles, and that's why I took longs. Looks real good, especially on a 30-minute time frame. Looks super solid. Now I did drop a recap for why I even entered, how I spotted it, what was going on. As you guys can see, if you compare the most recent buyer volume to the most recent buyer volume, there's tons more buyers here than last time. Get a nice 30-minute candle break above, strong bullish break, long wick to the downside off to the next breakout candle, and you guys will see that this is a perfect setup for some nice longs. An hour into the option market and we have yet to take a single trade, guys, so we're still looking for some type of action. Although SPY looks good here for some longs on this 9 EMA 61.8% Fibonacci retracement level. The only thing I don't like is on the hourly time frame, and we are about to close here in 4 minutes, is the fact that it has a super long wick to the upside, indicating that it's most likely going to be a reversal, and plus we're just retesting this general area on the downtrend for some lower lows, lower highs. Been 2 hours into the market and literally I have no trade ideas or no trade setups that I took. We did enter some MNQ off of that break to the upside. 30 minutes looking pretty good, 15 minutes looking pretty good. Currently in 1, so I got 4 more minutes just waiting for this candle to close. We are around my stop loss of $50, a little bit above, but I'm waiting for a 15-minute candle close below before I actually sell out. I don't want to get faked out and get a long wick to the downside. 15-minute candle just closed, looking pretty scary. Market did do a little lower high instead, so we're trying to be cautious, but come on MNQ, push, push, push. This next 15-minute candle better push. I just sold out on this futures account, down $19. It just hurt my stop loss, as you guys heard right there. Market is pulling back here pretty hard. That lower high ended up pushing us down, so I might take some AMD though, if anything. Buying some AMD shorts here soon. Market is pulling back here pretty hard, so that's pretty good. I'm waiting for a 15-minute candle close below. We got 7 more minutes. If we do get a 15-minute candle close below this, I will enter for sure, guaranteed, on my first option trade.
Really entered some AMD and we even alerted it to the Discord as well. It's currently dropping here pretty nicely, guys. So
currently at 38%. Sold 3 of them and they're keeping 1. We're up $55 on a single trade, still up 15% or 11%. We bought 4 of them, sold 3 of them at 57. We're still holding this last one, guys. We need a nice drop here. Got a nice 15-minute candle close below. This last runner that I'm in looks like it's about to do numbers. This was a solid ass trade. This is what we're shooting for. 45% return on a single trade, guys. That's what we want every single time. So we're up 50% on this trade. We're just leaving a runner in. That's it, man. 55% on this trade while we're driving and cruising in the rain. That's dangerous, but hey, we eating, guys. We eating. We even called it out in the Discord today at 9:15 a.m. It's currently 9:48 a.m. Just sold our last contract for an L. It hit our stop loss, as you guys can see right here. Let me show you guys. So it did go up to my stop loss. Unfortunately, I was trying to hold it until price target of 140
41.52, which was my original price target, and this is what we sold out for. So we bought 4 of them for $40, sold 3 of them at $57, and the last one at $28, which was an L of like 30 or 40%. But we're still up $39 on the day. I'm not complaining. I was trying to shoot for a nice price target of like 100%. But these are the exact trades that I'm trying to take, guys. I'm trying to take medium risk, high reward type trade setups where I was up 60% on that one. I'm not gonna say shoulda, woulda, coulda held all my contracts because, guys, we sold 3 of them at 45%, ran all the way to 62% on the last one, and then we sold it for an L. But it still puts us at a nice gain of the day, and I'm very appreciated to take a trade like this. So it just shows me that I can do it. I can hold through the noise. Even if it pulls back a little bit, it doesn't scare me enough, and I'm very excited to be trading on the 15-minute time frame because back then in life, I used to watch the 5, but trading on the 15-minute time frame has changed the game for me. It has helped so much. So we did end up taking another trade. We're 2 for 2 today, guys. We got some NVIDIA puts to the downside, and I'll show you guys the trade plan even more when I get home. So we've been back home for a little bit. Time is currently 5:05 p.m. And let's go over real quickly our trade plan, or our trades that we took today. Show you guys the breakdown of why we even got in them, as well as even go over our futures account, and let's go over the option trading. Oh, here's AMD and here's NVIDIA. We took 2 trades today, 2 and done. So I took 4 contracts on AMD and 3 contracts on NVIDIA, and let's get right into the breakdown. So this was the first trade I took on AMD, and I even called it out in the Discord. Let them know when I got in, what expiration, what strike price, which my price target is, and stop loss is at as well. And let's give you guys the breakdown, because what we traded was this little bearish pattern right here. Nice little lower high, higher lows. It's crunching down, it's getting tight. And the reason why I entered was because of this. Now, I love watching the 15-minute time frame more often than the lower time frames now. But the reason why I entered was because look at this candle right here, guys. This is so explanatory without me even have to say much if you understand my videos as far as candlesticks and even volume as well. But what does the long wick to the upside tell you? It tells you that sellers are stepping in. At one point, this candle was really green and it was pumping really hard. But then sellers stepped in and took control, and you guys can see the volume is pretty crept up, a lot higher than the most recent volume bars, and it has major sellers, no buyers whatsoever. That is the candle that broke this pattern to the downside, and that's exactly why I entered short. So as soon as I entered short, we get a nice 45% at the very bottom of this wick, and I sold 3 of my contracts there for $57 a piece. So $17 times 3 is what I sold. And then I do my absolute best to hold for some more gains all the way to the bottom of this Fibonacci retracement level, which at that point I was up 62%. I saw 62% here, but unfortunately that last one actually came all the way up to my stop loss and stopped me out for an L on that specific contract. But I was still up $39 on that first trade, just off of me collecting on the first 3 contracts and letting that last one do its own thing. That is the beauty of being able to capture a nice gain before you hit your stop loss. And now let's talk about NVIDIA. You can see NVIDIA was a quick scalp of less than 15 minutes of a hold. I bought 3 contracts at 10:45 a.m., sold the first 2 and the last one within a minute of each other. And the reason why we entered NVIDIA is very simple. If you know me, you know that this is my favorite pattern right here. It's called the bearish continuation pattern. If you don't know what that is, you need to watch my candlestick video to understand what patterns are what. And these 4 candles represent a nice bearish continuation. Now I did enter right on this candle right here for an aggressive entry, thinking that we're going to drop down right away. But as soon as I entered, we actually started pumping to the 9 EMA. As soon as I got this long wick to the downside, I understood that sellers were stepping in just like this AMD trade. As soon as I saw a long wick to the upside and this candle closed below, I was confident that we were going to get a good gain, and we did. We saw 35% or 30% on this specific candle, and I just closed 2 there. And then before this candle even opened, I sold my last one right at close. And you guys can see I sold it as soon as it hit 11. As soon as it hit 11, which is this candle close right here, I sold. And coulda, woulda, shoulda maybe held, but it doesn't really matter to me. 30% gain is really nice. I bet this would have probably been a 50% gain if we would have held all the way to the bottom. Now my original price target on this one was, first price target was the support level here, obviously, and then as far as I can get down here. But I'm very glad I sold out there because it did end up correcting back up to the upside. It would have stopped me out. So I'm very glad that we were able to catch those gains, which put us at $77 on the day off of just 2 trades. Very cheap trades too, guys. These contracts were very cheap. AMD was only $40, NVIDIA was only $60. So I'm playing with very cheap contracts to make a good gain, which is the whole point. So I'm trying to do my absolute best to capitalize and maximize the most I can with these specific trades. Instead of taking a quick 10, 15, 20% off a single trade, I'm trying to collect over 30, 40, and 50% on these trades now. I want to maximize as best as I could. Medium risk, I'm willing to lose 40 to 50 to even 80 to sometimes, depending on the trade setup, $100 to try to maximize as much as I can. Now, with all that being said, that is the breakdown of why I entered on those option trades and how it was looking for the option market. Now let's go into the futures market, because I didn't do too hot on the futures market. So I took 2 trades today, and if you want to include last night, you can include last night as well, which put me down at today, guys, on this account, I am down $19 today. I only took 3 trades, so I guess you can add that one. 3 trades. I'm down this week $1.10 this week. Next week's gonna be a different story, but let's get into it. Why I even entered on my first trade, which was last night. So last night we did break above all these most recent candles and wicks. So I entered calls there, thinking that we were gonna pump up even more, and we did not. So I had to take an L there. As soon as market opened, which is probably more ideal and better for price action, you can see we get a nice long breakout to the upside for bullish momentum. And as soon as I see this candle, another bull candle, I entered long here. I don't sell all the way to my price target. I actually sell it at the very top of this candle, which put me at an $80 gain. Coulda, woulda, shoulda been $120 plus gain if it would have held to price target, but I didn't. And then the third trade is what also put me down on the day $19 because I tried to go long one more time. I tried to go long on the break of this support here or the resistance level, because you guys can see we get a candle close above with a long wick to the downside. So I was very confident that we were going to push up, but it ended up actually pushing down, closing really hard below, and another red candle below, and that's where I sell. So unfortunately on the market, futures market, I'm only up 320 on this futures trading account with the 64% win rate, and this is how this week's going. So the first, on Monday, $127 loss, Tuesday $180 gain, $49 gain, $83 loss, $19 loss, which puts me down at $1.10. So we're gonna try to do our best to have a month like this. So far, it is just the first day of the month. So we're gonna see how this goes, and I'm excited to show you guys a fresh sheet. We're gonna try our best not to overtrade, and we're gonna do our absolute best just to make sure that we do some good gains. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog, and I hope you guys had an awesome trading session. Let's start again fresh next week. And if I do upload anything, it's gonna be educational this weekend. If I do drop anything, it's gonna be added with some sauce in it. And guys, if you guys want to join the free Discord, there's over 57 people now, almost 60. So please be a part of that 60 if you want to join, or be the people that get it up to 60. Go on the link in my bio, click on my website, and join the free server. I'm dropping my sauce, my trade plans, my trade ideas, what call levels I'm planning on taking, what puts levels I plan on taking. So guys, do not miss out on this great opportunity. And I hope to see you guys in the stock chat. Now have a good rest of you guys' weekend. Hope you guys had an awesome Halloween, and I'll catch you guys on the next vlog video.